I'm a bit nervous making this one, but I feel it's an honor to humanity to just tell you this book is terrible. Gertrude Stein is terrible. Just don't waste your life reading Gertrude Stein. I had to read this because it's part of the modern series that I've committed myself to, and I have the 4 books there that I can't review until I get past this one. This is number 8, and the blurb will tell you that we're doing food. From apples to artichokes, these glittering, fragmented, painterly portraits of food by the avant-garde pioneer Gertrude Stein are redolent of sex, laughter, and the joy of everyday life. So she talks about food and then she's like talking about food as if it's a character. It's almost like a Christmas dinner and all the food is there. And the chapter will be a piece of food and she'll characterize the piece of food as having feelings, or she'll make some innuendos about the food. I don't doubt that she's a pioneer here, but she's a pioneer of what I see as nonsense to me, really. I'm open to avant-garde things. I do like some very experimental and very open stuff, but there's no winning here with Gertrude Stein. There wasn't a glimpse of anything that I really liked. And I mean, the big blurb here is sadder than salad. It's almost the level of like a 7-year-old just writing about eating food, and maybe that's playful and imaginative, but like, okay, let's go to custard. We're going straight to custard. Custard is this. It has aches when not to be narrowly. This makes a whole little hill. It is better than little thing that has mellow, real mellow. It is better than lakes, whole lakes. It is better than seeding. Custard is better than whole lakes. It's better than seeding. It's like, what is this? It's just the whole of it is like this. Roast beef. The introduction was quite nice because it was a bit longer. Even if she does then start making like innuendos of how the meat is tender and raw and turning it into something just kind of a bit gross to read about. So there's each of these food, like all of these things. Each of these are chapters. And yeah, so unfortunately, I just really didn't get it. And I was looking forward to reading Gertrude Stein because Ernest Hemingway, praises her writing so well, and they hung out together. And Hemingway's, an interesting writer and had an interesting life, but it's just she's one of these female poets that you hear about, but you rarely ever see anyone talking about actually reading. And I think this might be why. And I'm sure, like, I put something on Twitter about this, and there are some people who revere Gertrude Stein for being experimental, but they're just a very niche few people who are, interested in that particular type of fiction or poetry. It's like, fine, it's like you're your little bubble, but like you look on GoodReads, you look at the average ratings, and Gertrude Stein's ratings is just not that appealing to a lot of people, because I think a lot of people will pick this up thinking, okay, another female author who's in the classics, let's try it out, and they're just going to be overwhelmingly disappointed by how completely impossible it is to grasp anything from it. And like I said, if you like this, then that's fine. There are some people who do like this, but really, it seems like one of those jokes, that you'd say to provoke or to show that you're somehow seeing something other people can't. But the fact is, like, you see, like, potatoes, like, roast potatoes for, I think when I read that sentence, I'd actually just winced. I was just like, how can you just pass that off as a complete thing? And so, yeah, unfortunately, just not for me. Gertrude Stein, born in America, died in France, and it kind of shows in her writing. It's simple, but impossible to understand. That's about it. See ya. So if you do anything, please just don't read Gertrude Stein. There's so many other things you can go out and read. Please just don't read Gertrude Stein. Unless you have a very, very clear reason for doing so, avoid Gertrude Stein. For your own sake, There is much better out there. Happy reading.